we're in the red room. Joking, we're in our shower enclosure. No, it's not a
shower.
The shower area. And the red behind us, you have not been here before, is waterproofing. So we can put tile over it, and if we have any small leaks, it will not damage the drywall behind. So hopefully this is one of the last episodes we are doing about this project. If you have been here before, you know what has been happening. If you have not been here before, in the previous episodes, we removed the surround we had here. We fixed all kinds of problems that the professional plumbers did when installing this system. We added the subfloor, and what else we did? We made the niches.
And changed the valve for the shower.
Yeah, so a lot of little things that they were mostly distraction or deconstruction, right? So now we start the build-up process today. So today we want to achieve a couple of things. We want to put a threshold that will prevent water from getting outside the shower area. We want to put a slope, and we purchased a device that will help us to do that. You don't need that if you have done this before and you are confident you can make the right slope, then you're fine, you can do it just with mortar. We have never built anything like that before, so we felt for our first one we needed to do that. We have made other bathrooms before, but this is the first time we needed to make a slope. So if you don't need that, you can skip this process. But we're going to install that. We're going to install a membrane over it to make this whole area watertight, and maybe we start tiling, we hope, right? In the other room, we have removed the vanity, and in both rooms we have removed the floor, which was linoleum. So we're going to see how far we go. The light fixtures unfortunately have almond switches with white covers, so we are going to replace those as well to have a nicer, more finished look. So stick around. This is going to be a very fun episode. Even though technically it is not required, we're using pressure treated wood to make the threshold between the shower area and the rest of the bathroom. So we cut it to length here. As we always do, we're using the first piece to dimension the second piece, so we're going to have two pieces that are identical without measuring. After cutting the pieces to length, we dry fit them, and being satisfied that the dimension was correct, we're applying a bead of liquid nails to each side, and then one piece at a time we're going to attach them to the floor and each other. The first piece goes directly to the floor, and the second piece goes on top of the first piece, making sure they are flush both front and back, and of course the two walls keep them flat side to side. Once we put them on the floor, then we're going to repeat the process by putting liquid nail on the second piece, and we are going to set it in place, and following that we're going to use some screws to attach the two pieces together and clamp them to the subfloor. That will make it a very secure pathway, and we'll be able to support the door that we plan to install later. Three of us are working in a very small area, and it is very hard to film, as you can see here. Of course, part of the problem is that we may need a smaller camera, which we do not have. Our camera is rather large, and we're having a hard time getting tight shots or close-ups of things like that, especially in very tight spaces. This is a very small bathroom, and we are in the alcove of the shower in that small bathroom, and there are three of us, which makes it very challenging to show you any good shots. So we apologize for that, and I'm very seriously contemplating another camera. Let me know in the comments below if you would like us to invest in a new camera. Finally, we're able to capture the elusive shot of driving a very long screw through two pieces of wood into the floor. So I hope you enjoyed that. It took a lot of great cinematography for us to bring you this very special moment. So we got the OT Perfect Slope, which is a very good DIY way to make sure you have the correct slope for your drainage. Again, it is not necessary. We are not sponsored by OT. We just chose to have this brand, and we'll tell you how we like it. But this is our next step. We're going to go and install it after we cut it to the correct size. One of the advantages of that system is that it can be cut to your desired dimension. So that's what we're doing here. It is 40 by 40. We don't need it that big. And you cut it with normal blades. There is nothing special. This is styrofoam and cardboard. So after you score it a couple of times, then you can snap it. Alright, and then with one fast move, you can snap it. Alright, so you do that in all dimensions, and you will have the dimension that you need. So the next step is that we're going to use our knife and we're removing the amount of cardboard that is covering our pipe. And then we're going to do exactly the same process on our second piece. And we're going to have our slope. Excellent.
But this isn't styrofoam.
Styrofoam. Okay.
But the back piece is in there and it's a very thick.
Okay. So clean the two surfaces you want to mate. And that is not necessarily dirty, we just do it to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
And do it on the bottom.
So for the black piece, it slides over this white pipe. So we did the inside of the black piece and we're doing the exterior part of the white pipe.
And then we're going to put the cement edge the same application.
Getting high.
You are?
That is some powerful smell.
Alright. You need a break from the smell?
No. She's gonna put that over that.
One part.
So now for the adhesive, you're gonna put it on the exterior of the plumbing drain.
And you only put it on one surface or both? Put it on both. You can do either. Okay, put it on that surface and then put it inside. Always use the recommended instructions by the manufacturer when you use those type of chemical glues. Otherwise, you might have a failure. Alright, now put it inside the. Now put it in the black piece. Okay. So our next step is to cut our waterproof membrane to size, and this is what we're doing now. And you need space that you can unfold the membrane and then cut it. So once we do that, we're going to go back to the bathroom and we're going to meet you there. So even though this sounds counterintuitive, it is staples that you use to attach it to the wall. And you might want to put another staple there so that doesn't flow.
Here?
Yeah, towards the end. Alright, so we're going to do that all around. So the next step will be to make a little X over each bulkhead, and that should be straightforward because you should be able to feel it through the membrane. And once you do that, you should be able to push the bulkhead up through the membrane. That's what he said, right? Okay, and you do that for all four bolts. The four bolts protruding through, it is time now to cut around the hole so we can install the top part of the drain. Unfortunately, this membrane is not the friendliest thing to work, is it? Okay. Then you took the top collar on and you retighten the bolts and you have a very tight, what do you call it, waterproof drain. And the last step is you put the drain top on, and we're going to have to remove it to do the tiling, but that's all, folks. That's all she wrote, right?
Yep.
First, dry fitting to get an idea of how the shower pan would look. So the process is that we're going to put some mortar down, and then we're going to put those tiles up, correct?
Yep.
Excellent. Are we going to start that or no?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Just making sure that we have everything we need to get this started.
Excellent. The mastic goes directly on the membrane. And of course the towel goes directly on the mastic. The piece of cardboard and what is the white stuff called? So from the editing room, as I'm editing this video, and we did not have a very good day today, did we, Mrs. DIY?
No, it didn't turn out the way we expected.
And of course, because we got a little frustrated, we realized we didn't do an outro. And what we want to say here is we did fail today, but that's okay, that's part of the process. We don't think we did anything wrong, but if we did, we're going to tell you what we did wrong in the next episode, when we're going to find out exactly where we went wrong. But we had to pull back all the tile, and we were not happy with the way it looked. It was not aligning correctly, and we're going to have to redo it. And sometimes that's the price you have to pay to have it exactly the way you want, right?
Yep. Unfortunately.
So we did everything right, but things in the end were not lining up, and we decided to call it quits for the day and just move on and do some other things until next weekend. So we hope you found this episode useful, and if you did, we'll appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't hit that button twice, share, like, subscribe. Let us know, are those videos, even though we fail, useful to you, and do you enjoy them? And if you do you want us to make more videos like this? From Professor DIY and Mrs. DIY, let's remodel something together.